All right, I wanted to get on here and make a video for you guys about fear and how I coped with it and how it eventually led me to a state of fearlessness, no matter what happens. I get comments here and there and emails here and there from people saying they're scared, they're terrified, their heart rates are spiking, they have a lot of anxiety. All of this is reaction to technology. But what I would like to ask you guys is that since you know what this is, the majority of you, the rest of you are just in denial, and you can be miserable there as long as you want, but the solutions will always be in the detox and the right mindset. Those are the two key components for this. And patience, because it doesn't happen overnight. Anyway, if you were to tell me, I feel fear, my question would be, of what? You've already gone through torture 24 hours a day. You've already probably dealt with some sort of discrediting or slander or libel. You've probably been somewhat ostracized, if not entirely ostracized. Like, all of the negative things that this technology does, minus the visuals, you've already gotten a taste of it. So what are you scared of? I don't understand. Like, I stopped feeling fear after about a year of this because it just got so boring, because it was the same thing over and over and over and over again. And they, like, the artificial retards think that they change it up a lot. And I'm sure that for some people a little bit more important than me, that's true. But for someone like me, like, I'm a no one. And I don't want to be anyone. I have no interest in having influence or power or any, I don't give a shit about any of that. No, pardon my French. So once I got to the state of just being annoyed, that's when I found the information about the deep operative military training people going through rounds of RF weapon hits to essentially make them unbreakable psychologically. And I decided to start training myself. So what I would do is anytime something would happen, I would always smoke marijuana, because that very much, at least with me, very much intensifies this stuff. So to this day, anytime I feel anything, if it's like noticeable to the point where like where it even like enters my awareness, because I'm so used to it, I just really honestly don't feel it most of the time. Even though it's there, like if I stop and think about it, like I could make it really bad in my head if I wanted to, but I don't. Anyway, the intensification via Delta 8 and different hemp products, if you will, really helped me kind of like push myself to extreme limits, at least like psychologically, to the point where I just stopped being afraid, because I was like meditating one day and the thing I heard was, this can only scare you once, because then you know what it is. You've experienced it, so it's not going to be a surprise. So the element of surprise and shock can only happen once. I urge you to maybe start thinking about this stuff with much less power. You guys give this technology way more credit than it deserves, and I personally think that 70 to 85% of all of the negative experiences people have from this technology are because of their belief systems, which I know they're hard to break, but they're not that hard. They're not. You know, the whole point of us being here on this clown world planet is to get out of here. And the only way out is by being positive. That's it. There's no other way. You have to be altruistic, you have to love humanity, and you have to, most importantly, you have to love yourself. So get your affairs in order. This is no joke. Like, we are in, I will maybe make a video about what's coming. I don't like fear porn, but it is coming. So if you guys want to know what's actually coming, instead of what the news is trying to get you to believe, and what alt media and Christian media and Jewish media and Muslim media, like, everybody has their own fake apocalypse agenda. That's not what's really coming. So if you want me to make a video on that, I will. But the last video I made had 3 links, and that trilogy is something that would change your life if you watched it and took it seriously. Because a lot of working through this is spiritual. You do have to rely on your belief system. You do have to fall back. I mean, at one point I was praying to Jesus, you know, and I think Jesus is a great guy. I just don't think that he was a God. I don't think Yahweh was, I think Yahweh was a planetary logos with a big ego problem. And I think one of the reasons why human beings are so flawed in some regards is because we are him. We are different elements of him. That's getting a little deep, but never forget, the universe wants you to succeed. The universe is benevolent and altruistic by nature. The idea that dog eat dog and it's a dangerous world, like, that's mind control from shit like, I keep cussing, I'm sorry, like the Animal Planet. You know, they make these documentaries in a very specific way to get you thinking that every single species on this planet is out to kill each other, when in actuality, if you open your eyes, you see much more cooperation and abundance than anything else. So a lot of the problems we have with this technology are due to deeply embedded belief systems that were put there by the system itself. And your job is to figure out what your beliefs actually are, not what you've been told, not what you've been handed. I guarantee you that if the holy book is mainstream and the names are mainstream, it's fake. I'm sorry, but I don't trust my slave owners. I don't know why you do, but do you? Anyway, my question for you is this. What are you scared of? Let me know in the comments. And don't be a pusillanimous coward. Like, be honest. If I can think of something I'm afraid of other than large groups of people in mental hospitals and hospitals, I'll let you know. But those are my top 3. Thank you.